I want to close out tonight with a story. If you know me, you know that my brain likes to make parallels. I'm always looking for lessons in life or how I can live better. And one such lesson came to me not long ago, and it was so profound that I thought that this would be a good thing to share with the class or with the group, right? That is, the life of a dreamer closely resembles the life of a surfer. So, in my limited knowledge and scope of surfing, there are a few things that stick out to me when I think about a surfer. I know that a surfer is drawn to searching for that perfect wave to ride. It's not about accolades or money or competition. They are in love with the call of the sea, and they are searching for that perfect wave so that they can ride on top of it and sail toward the shore. So that got me thinking about the start. Great surfers don't start off as great surfers. They have to learn how to balance on the board before they even get to the water. Some other surfer has to teach them how to balance on that board, how to get up, how to jump on there, how to navigate their bodies and shift their weight so that when they're riding the wave, they can stay on top of the wave for as long as possible. And it takes a lot of practice before they're even ready to get out there and get into the real water. And of course, that day does come. And when that day comes, they get out to the shoreline. And the first thing that they're taught is to look at the landscape, to look at the water and figure out what the water is doing. They learn to go when the water is active, but not when it's rough. So, especially when you're starting out, you don't want a 40-foot wall to bring you back to shore. You want water that is active and not calm, because calm waters don't create big waves for you to ride. So they find that time when the water is active, but it's not rough, and that's when they launch out into the water. Now, in order to ride the waves, the surfer has to pass through the very current that they're trying to ride in order to get on top of the wave. So they have to push through the current on top of the board and make it past the waves so that they can get in position to be able to do what it is that they've been practicing so long to do. Now, what's important about this is both the surfer and the board have to make it to the other side of the current. So what they do is they have an anklet, a little strap around their ankle that is attached to the board so that if they were knocked off of that board for any reason, they would be able to use that rope to keep track of the board. Then, when the surfer gets out to close to the breaking point, right? They get to the place where the waves are starting to form and head toward the sea. Head toward the shore. Some of the waves on the other side of the breaking point take them out to sea, and that's not where they want to go. They want to head toward the shore, so when they get to that point, they face the direction that they want to go, and they begin to paddle in the same direction as the current so that they can jump up on the board and ride the wave, right? Once he catches the current and he hops up, all of the practice that he did is now put into execution. And he rides the wave until either he loses his balance and falls or he reaches the shoreline. Now, when a surfer falls off a board, they don't just grab the board and go home and they never go out to the water again. It's the thrill of the ride and the call of the waves that have them hop back onto the board, get out there, and do it again. And they're really searching for that perfect balance, that perfect swell, that perfect wave, so that they can ride and be at one with the sea, at one with the air, floating toward the shoreline. And it is a feeling that is unlike any other feeling. Now, I told you that story because some of us may have a desire to do or be more than we are today. And we have to take a very honest look at ourselves. In order for that to happen, we've got to learn what it takes and then practice what we need in order to get into the action of doing whatever it is that you seek to do, to be greater. So you have to know where you want to go. You have to know what it is you want to do. You have to know that it's on the inside of you to learn the abilities, to learn the skills to do what you want to do. And once you practice that thing over and over, you have to do this before you even start to make that journey. When you're ready, you can approach this life-changing event. You can walk out to the shoreline of your life and say, now I'm ready to do this thing. I've watched all the videos. I've gone to the seminars. I've bought the books. I've gotten myself ready to do what it is I want to do. And now is the time for you to do that life-changing thing. Make sure that you go at a time when your mind is active and your drive is high, but not at a time when there's so much going on in your life that it's rough for you to stay consistent at what you're trying to do. You don't want rough waters when you're starting, but you don't want calm waters either. You want active waters. You want the time when your brain is really focused, the time when you're really thinking that you can get this thing done and you're going to commit to every day. It may not be 2 hours a day, but it will be every day that I do something that is going to get me from where I am right now to where I want to go. When you start out on your journey, you're going to have to battle against the current flow of your life. So if you're really trying to do something different, if you're really trying to be something more, if you're really trying to get somewhere that you've never been before, you're going to have to disrupt the current pattern of your life. That means you're going to have to make adjustments and make room for the thing that you want to do and move past the things that you currently do. That's going to push back against you as you start this journey. When you want to do the studying and you want to learn the thing, your current habit of watching TV, or I'll do that tomorrow, or man, as soon as I get a free minute, I'll start. You're going to have to push past all of those currents so that you can get to your actual breaking point. And I don't mean breaking point in a bad way. You want to make sure that both your idea, product, or desired thing that you're trying to do makes it through to the other side with you. So you don't want to push through the current of your life and then give up on the idea. You don't want to push through the current of your life and then give up on the life change and say, I'll just go back to doing what it is that I've already started to do. This is the time for you to push forward and go toward what it is you want to do, because the rest of your life and the best of your life lives on the other side of this moment. So you position yourself at the point of decision, but you do this every day. Every day there is a breaking point. Every day there is a decision that you make to either do what you want to do or not do what you intend to do. And it's easy to go ahead and execute what it is you're trying to do, whether it's poorly or perfectly. You can execute what you're trying to do. It's just as easy for you to decide to do what you've always done. And what you've always done has been successful because you have success, you have means, you have everything that you've acquired up to this very moment, you've gotten doing the things that you've been doing up to this very moment. But if you want more, or if you want different, you're going to have to do more or do different. So this is your breaking point. And you need to decide every day at the breaking point what you intend or desire to do. And that will determine if you're going to ride the wave or if you're just going to paddle back to shore. Once you decide to ride the flow of your idea or to do the thing, put all of the learning and all of the knowledge and all of your intention on riding that wave of momentum. So make sure that once you decide to ride the flow of your idea, see it out to its conclusion. Let the idea grow into what it's supposed to be. Do the thing when it's hard. Do the thing when it's easy. Do the thing when you don't want to do the thing. Put all of your knowledge that you've gained about it into practice. Try things out. If things don't work, try something else. If that doesn't work, learn something else and then try something else. You need to put all of your intention on riding the wave until you get to the conclusion. Now, the conclusion is one of two things. You will either ride the wave to the shore or you'll fall off. And falling off is okay because it's part of the activity. Not every surfer makes it to the shore. Oftentimes, more often than not, they fall while they're on the wave. And sometimes they fall at the beginning. Sometimes they ride a little ways and fall off. Sometimes they ride a long way and fall off. But falling is part of the journey. So one of two things will happen. You will execute your idea and you will get a result. It may not be the result you like, or it may be partially the result you like, or you could hit it out of the park the first time and it might be exactly what you like. Either way, you need to go to its conclusion and let the thrill of achievement and positive change in your life be enough to put you back out on the next challenge and next chapter of your life. So just like the surfer, it can't be about the money and it can't be about what other people think and it can't be about any of those other things. It has to be your love of helping people or your love of educating people or your love of affecting the lives of other people positively. It has to be that thing. And then the thrill of achievement, of actually getting done what you set out to do and taking those lessons and reapplying those lessons and going back out there and getting something else done. I'm telling you, if you begin to align your life in this pattern, not only will you have a more fulfilled life, but you will learn that you can do absolutely anything that you put your mind to do. You just have to parallel the life of a surfer. And soon, you'll be a big kahuna. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later and go out and be great.